If you are in a position of leadership or authority in any type of organization, there's an expectation that you are going to have self-discipline, you're going to have professionalism, you're going to have a sense of decorum and behave in a manner that's not going to bring shame and embarrassment and disrepute to yourself or to the organization that you represent. And today we're going to talk about conflict de-escalation skills and how that applies to leadership. My name is John. I'm the president and founder of Gentle Response. My team and I travel the country conducting very dynamic, realistic conflict de-escalation training seminars across the country for churches and businesses, law enforcement agencies, state agencies, municipalities, and so on. Check out this video of an incident with a McDonald's manager in 2019.
Okay, I don't want to preach at you, but there's just some things you just got to walk away from.
Like
this story coming out of McDonald's in Cincinnati. A woman ordered a Happy Meal in the drive-thru. She noticed that her order was incorrect, so she went inside. That, we do that. That's normal. But she waited 25 minutes, and then she got frustrated. And instead of just walking away or calling corporate, she threw a bag at the manager. The manager then picked up a blender and then threw it at her face. Broke her cheekbone and her nose. McDonald's says they're now looking into the matter.
I'll say they should better look into that.
She's going to get a big check, a big one.
A big check.
Seriously. Watch this, watch. She threw the burger and then bam. Look, she even lost a shoe. Wow. Did you see that? Look at her hands.
Oh, look
her
how
lip.
swollen she is.
That's her face. Is a Happy Meal, is it worth it?
I don't think so.
No.
A lot to unpack here. Actually, let me start with the lady whose order was screwed up, and apparently she had to wait 25 minutes or so. Folks, I've been in that situation, and I'm sure you have too. At some point, especially when the fast food joint's busy and they're scrambling and they're understaffed and so on, there is a tendency and a higher probability someone's order is going to get screwed up. Stop acting like it's the end of the world. Take a breath and just recognize, is it really worth it over $5, $10, $1 something? If you go inside and you want to have something changed, corrected, or refunded, take a moment and assess the situation. Are they that busy that they can't get to you in about 5 or 6 minutes? Apparently this lady waited 25 minutes. You know what I've done before in the past? I've driven away and went to the next place, explained to the manager there what was going on. Bada boom, bada bing. I've driven away from a fast food drive-thru and realized that instead of giving me a sweet tea, they gave me an unsweet tea. I just dumped it and kept on going, or I kept drinking it because I needed it because I was thirsty, right? Is it really worth it to go in there and raise a ruckus over $1 something? And in this case, this lady could have made the decision to drive somewhere else, or while she's standing there waiting for them to get to her, just recognize and show a little grace that they're busy. But instead, she went back into her, grabbed the rest of her food, and she goes back in there, and now she acts the fool and starts going crazy, loud, rude, obnoxious, and so on. All because someone didn't pay some attention to her. Now let's talk about the manager and leadership. When you are a fast food leader, now, number one, let me just preface this by saying I've never worked at a fast food joint, but I have been a leader. I've been a leader many times in my life. I'm a leader now as the owner of my business with contractors that work for me and so on, and at my church on the security team, and with my family as the head of household. There's an expectation, especially when you're in a situation where you're dealing with customers and clients like McDonald's. We'll use them for an example. When you're the leader and the supervisor at that point, I would expect you to be doing what you have to do to support your staff, okay? And in this case, your staff is busy and someone has come in with a problem with their order. That is what you need to deal with. Yes, when you have time, help your people pack food and make food and stuff like that. But when something happens at the desk, that's where you need to start picking up the slack. That's your responsibility. This is where, if in a different situation, someone potentially could say, hold on a second, I'm going to get my manager, and you're going to be there anyway. As a manager of a fast food joint or any environment or situation or organization where you're working with customers and clients, Your primary goal is to take care of customers and clients. And in this case, at some point, while that lady was standing there waiting, someone shoulda, coulda, woulda noticed that she's standing there and looks like she's waiting for attention. As a supervisor, you should have addressed that. Number two, expect to run into customers and clients who are just loud, rude, obnoxious, and have no sense of proper behavior in public. And they're going to act like this woman. Don't take it personally. Don't let it get underneath your skin. And I get it, you may be tired and hungry and stressed because it's a long day and you're understaffed. But this is why you made it to the point of being a supervisor. Somebody believes that you can handle it. So be a leader. Take a deep breath, stay calm, and give this lady a refund. As a matter of fact, before she even gets too far into her demonstrative behavior and all that, just boom, hey, you know what? Here's an extra order of flies, here's your money back. Bam. And we're done. Don't let someone's behavior like this get you to the point where this manager, when this customer started throwing things and acting the fool, this manager unfortunately decided the thing to do was to take a blender and throw it at the customer, just about caving in her face. Hey, funny but not funny. You can't be allowing yourself to do that, because now look what happened. Now this customer is in a position to sue you and McDonald's. And all you had to do was keep your head on straight and give her money back.
This was September 22nd, 2019 at McDonald's at 8339 Coleraine Avenue. Customer Brittany Price threw food over the counter at manager Nashonda Johnson after a more than 25-minute wait for an incorrect food order to be fixed.
I wanted to get some Happy Meals and some cheeseburgers, and that was a very unhappy day for me.
Johnson threw a blender back. It ricocheted off Price's face, shattering her cheekbone and breaking her nose. She had to have surgeries after.
She the one started this. It would have never went down like that if she would have never threw stuff at me.
A year later, this lawsuit takes aim at McDonald's corporate, Cobco Enterprises, Momentum Restaurants, River City Family, and Johnson for what happened. Price says she took 4 kids for Happy Meals and found the food to be wrong. She says she was ignored and demanded a refund.
I don't have to put up with this, so I went and got the food. I want my money back.
The lawsuit claims Johnson then became belligerent and used fighting words. It says the defendants, quote, did everything within its power to ensure that Brittany was neither loving it nor experiencing a happy place. Video of the fast food fight plays out with what the lawsuit claims was assault, battery, negligence, and gross negligence, as well as negligent hiring. It says Johnson was known to have, quote, a bad attitude, a bad temper, and likely to commit the above described acts. It also says there was negligent training and supervision leading to this burning hot brawl. Johnson was fired after this supersized scuffle.
Do you regret throwing anything?
Yeah, I do, because I miss my job. That's what I do.
But now, because you let yourself get offended, frustrated, and impatient, and you throw a blender at this woman, here's the situation that we're in. Folks, when you're a leader, a supervisor, a position of authority, you know, you not only represent the organization, you're also representing yourself. What type of person are you? Do you have self-discipline? Are you professional? Don't let someone else's behavior make you, get you into the position where you think that the next thing that you need to do or say is to throw out completely your professionalism and your self-discipline and all that, right? This whole situation absolutely could have been avoided and mitigated. People want to be treated with dignity and respect. They want to be validated and affirmed. That customer simply wanted her order corrected. The supervisor should have been paying attention to what's going on at the counter and immediately addressed that problem. Basic customer service, in my humble opinion, basic customer service. Pay attention to what's going on at the customer or at the counter, run over there and do what you can to fix it and make it right. And then get back to supporting your people on the assembly line, making burgers or handing drinks out the drive-through window. But always, always keep an eye on that counter. We'll see you on the next video.